Back with more golf. Finally getting some consistent rounds in. A couple days since the last time I played only now instead of a week like we had been doing in the spring. Still not great weather here. Pretty cloudy. It's supposed to rain a lot today, but it's not going to be 40 degrees at least. It's supposed to be above 50 into the 60s. So today we're going to be hopefully getting 18 in. There's a bunch of people here just starting, so I was recommended to go to the back nine, so we're going to start on the back nine. I don't really like doing this because I always feel like I'm going to turn into people later anyway, but we'll see what happens. Today we want to take a look at grip pressure. I've been struggling a lot with this, like physically. My right hand is always hurting after golf. I guess especially now early in the season, it's been very noticeable. And I was looking into it, people were saying like if you were gripping the club right, you wouldn't have that pain. Probably also stress related, because I feel like when I am tense, I start to grip the club really hard. I noticed it even taking practice swings, like I'm gripping the club so hard, I don't know why. So I need to consciously adjust that, and the way I'm going to do it is move where the club is in my hand, on my right hand, and maybe try my grip different as well. There's apparently 3 grips, and I've been using a baseball grip, or 10-finger grip as they say, which is the least common, and I don't know why. I've just always done that. So we're going to try the Vardon grip, which apparently we overlap 2 fingers, like the pinky and the main finger on the other hand. So we'll see what that feels like. I took some practice swings yesterday with it, but I've yet to hit a golf ball with it, so who knows. Come up just short, bit uphill of course. I probably need an extra club. A couple bad shots so far, but I wouldn't say anything to do with the grip. It's pretty interesting. That was bogey there, already better than we played it the other day. Do you use the grip on all clubs is the question. Obviously putter excluded, but should I be doing that on my wedge, short shots as well? I don't know yet, but I can tell you already my hand feels a lot better. The problem I have is like I don't think I could play like 4 days in a row. Like I legitimately don't. My hand would be way too sore. Tried the approach wedge the other day and it came up super short, so now I try a little 9. Pretty long. That's actually a pretty good little pitch from back there. It's quite uphill, so I had to get it up pretty high, and it stopped pretty dead, so that was perfect. Quite more than a draw, let's put it that way. And I'm surprised because I feel like a really good swing. So I'm wondering if, changing the way the right hand is oriented on the club obviously must have some impact on the club head, so might have to relearn a little bit there too. I'd say it's actually quite nice playing these holes first, since the opening few are so easy. I feel like I'm in a better physical state to tackle them. So lucky. I'll tell you what, the control is completely gone. I feel like I have no control of the ball. It's always going really hard left. I don't know if that's me or if that's the grip. It also, I'm already starting to feel like pain on the inside here instead. So typically the pain would have been kind of right at the palms there, but now it's in here instead. Is that better or worse? I don't know. The good thing about hooking the ball is it often catches trees squarely, so I don't know what it hit, but managed to come back out in the fairway. I'm getting extremely lucky already so far just to be in play on most of these holes. Last hole I was not. I took a drop in case that wasn't obvious. Yeah, and if you haven't seen it, I don't know, it's a very nice tree. Considering most trees don't have any leaves on them at all, that one really stands out. Okay, that one was hit perfect. That was the approach wedge. It was about 110 as well, which is a little longer than I'm comfortable getting it there, but it's very close on the green. It's very well hit. But I tried a little bit, so I had been really strengthening the left hand before, and I guess that might have been just to compensate for the right hand or something, because yeah, we'll try it with that. More of a neutral grip now on the left hand. Maybe that'll make it better. I'll say there's no better feeling than walking up to the green with only the putter. I just love it. Makes me feel like I'm actually golfing, like watching Stuart Sink walk all the way from his second shot all the way to the green with just his putter in his hand on Sunday there. It's just, that feels like, oh, I'm playing well. Honestly, when I was sitting over that putt, I'm thinking like, man, I really do not deserve to get a birdie on this whole win. I basically hooked my tee shot 20 yards in the woods and I got saved by some crazy lucky bounce, but I'll definitely take par. Okay, twice I've played this hole now, and twice I've hit really far. Honestly, if it was much farther, I'd be approaching the green there, so hopefully we can get it up that hill now. That's our big problem. Double twice now after being probably 40 yards on average away from the green. Not good. I think I might have to start hitting, you know, I'll either start hitting the driver better and just go for the green, or start hitting like 6-iron or something like that and make sure I'm way down there so I can get a much better approach in. You know, I didn't even think about this until right now. Just played all those holes, never even touched the driver. Okay, a bit too far left, but there's that tree we're using as reference. So yeah, hit extremely well. I keep kind of like striking, kind of like brushing the ground with the driver, and I feel like when I do that, those are my best strikes. So I don't know what that's about, but hopefully we can hit it straight this time and get it onto the green. Extremely well struck. I had to use the hybrid. It was about 185 still, so a little bit longer than the 5-iron, a little bit shorter for the hybrid, and I was hoping to take something off it, but I guess in doing that kind of pushed it right a bit. But so we have a pretty, I mean, this is actually a pretty good approach in with the pitch here, so let's see what we can do. I had some trouble holding the green there. I rolled out pretty hard. Honestly, I think a lot of that might be this ball. It's a pretty cheap Wilson ball. You can tell it's been through a lot of winters, but yeah, bounced and just went right by. But I don't know, you know, I'm having a lot of trouble with confidence with the putter. I just can't get good speeds with it. I can't have it put the ball where I want it a lot of times. I also wanted to say, starting on the back nine has been very interesting to me, because this hole is one that always kind of blows up the cart a bit if I don't hit a good drive, and I felt like I had a lot more strength to get that second shot where I wanted it and not feel encumbered by the length of the hole. Tempo was great, line was great, contact fell perfectly square. Yeah, very nice drive. Not too much in. There's that red stake we were by the other day, so not really any farther than that day. Unfortunately, it looks like this ground is extremely soft. Took a huge ball mark there. Hopefully we can make a contact to get on the green. Did not do it, but I will say it's better than it could have been. I think I'd have been in that bunker. I was worried about hitting it too long. Again, 89 yards. Don't really have a good full shot for that, so had to take something off the approach, a lot off. And yeah, obviously came up short and left, but considering it was so wet there, I guess I'm satisfied with that. Just barely got it on the green. Really was worried about carrying it over that bunker, hit the ground first. So we have a nice putt in for par. I'm disappointed with that putt. I knew the line, I'd seen it a few times right out the fringe there, and I just couldn't put it on the line. I don't know why. I feel like sometimes I just don't swing the club right, and I think it's a lot of the weight distribution. Honestly, I don't feel like this club was ever meant to have this kind of grip on it. It feels very strange. Actually, absolutely gorgeous. Pin high, and maybe just the wrong line. If it was on the right line, it would have been really close. Three putts from there, pretty much the best chance I ever had at this hole, and I didn't even come close with the first putt. And I'll tell you why, I keep like hitting the ground a bit with the putter. I don't know why. I just can't shake the feeling that it's something to do with like the weight distribution on it, because there's times it feels like my hands are way too involved and my wrists aren't straight and everything like that. Okay, not great. This hit pretty well. Probably could have hit the hybrid as long as I hit it straight. It would have been good, but started a bit too far right. Drew back in, luckily just enough space to clear these first trees, but the second trees I'm quite worried about. I swear this is actually my ball. Look at what we had to get through to be here. I mean, it's not great, first of all, but it's hit very well. So there's a tree right here. Okay, giant tree. I mean, of course, it's just one tree, but those are the trees there that I had to get through. So somehow it got through all of those and managed to stay on line and perhaps ricochet off this tree. Maybe stop dead here. I don't know. But this is just as good as I expect to hit it. Alright, number one. Number 10 for us, but yeah, number one. Nobody here, at least currently. We'll see what happens as we get to number 2, though. Oh, it's way back today. Jeez. Hit it a bit low off the face again. I don't know why. It's a bit uphill, so that's not good, but it did look like it ran pretty well. So anyway, 9 holes in, My hand is not, I don't know, like starting to form new calluses, I suppose, up here. It does feel better. I feel like now that I've adjusted the left hand, it's a little bit better, but a lot of times the club is still kind of slipping into here and still kind of pressing on this area. But I wouldn't say it's worse. It's certainly, I don't know, the whole grip pressure part of this conversation, I just don't feel like I'm ever going to solve. I get like way too tense at times and maybe way too nervous. So I kind of just really grip the club. But it's starting to get a little bit more natural at least. Okay, full disclosure, taking a mulligan there. I hit that first shot and I was just so worried about, I'm like, I'm not gonna get it there. Oh, if I don't hit it perfect, it's not gonna be in the green. And I had just too many thoughts in my head and it really impacted the swing. So then I was like, you know what? No, just do it again. Nice and easy, don't worry about it. And we ended up pretty close. That was quite long, but it was good. And yeah, weather is turning, let's put it that way. If it was like 85 in the middle of the summer, I'd be like, well, we have to leave immediately, but could just be snow. I mean, it's only like 50 some out. Anyway, I kind of hit that putt again off the kind of like the outside of the face. Otherwise, it was a really good putt. Should have had a par there. I feel like that's got to be a putt I make right there. When we have the line, just don't hit the ball right. Doesn't feel very good. Huge hook. Fine by me, better than a fade. We'll take it. But we have some work left to do. We got to get it up over that bunker. Oh, jeez. Got a bit lucky there. I hit that one, second one, way too hard. Just have no feel with the club, man. I'll tell you, every once in a while it goes well. Like today, it's actually gone pretty well compared to last round, certainly. But it just doesn't feel like I'm playing, like I'm using it well. Like when I hit a good iron shot, I know there's immediate feedback. I don't really ever feel that way about this club. Started out a little bit too much right, but it had some really nice draw to it. Not sure where it would have landed, but yeah, we still got a long way into the hole. It's kind of a shame because a lot of these greens kind of have like slopes at the exterior of them. So I bet if it was a flat green, we probably would have been closer to the center. Come on. So the best way to describe it at times is just like a complete lack of rhythm with the putter. I mean, I have that with the normal clubs too, but those ones are a lot more susceptible to it, so I'm able to rectify it. It just feels like I'm kind of like not satisfied with the stroke, and I kind of adjust it into kind of the downstroke. I don't know. Right in the woods. Yeah, pushed that one right into the trees. It was such a well struck ball too. But that's, you know, just bad rhythm, I guess. We talked about that, kind of too far back in my stance maybe. Not really sure, because it felt really good off the face. The face was just kind of open when I hit it. Don't think I could find it. So we'll just drop one. Take what? One stroke penalty. Oh, there's a ball there, but that is not it. Still Pro V. But it's pretty good to save double. I think it's correct, right? I hit one into the woods, so that's a stroke penalty, or is it two? I don't know. I still don't know. We're gonna just take double. Okay, that one was not struck very well. But again, on the bright side, it will not be in the area where it might plug. This isn't actually bad at all. A little short of where I would normally hit it if we hit it in the fairway, but yeah, kind of, again, struck the ground first, ended up making it hook, but it's still, yeah, pretty good. We're not going to do anything crazy here. Let's just hit a little iron, make sure we don't make the same mistake we made last time. Fairway is still an absolute mess here. I'm just going to move it. It was in all these ruts in here. Really should have hit it a lot farther, but it just didn't run at all because it's so wet. I just moved it slightly better, more dry at least. Hopefully, we got about 160 in. Hopefully we have a chance here. Oh, come on. So flubbed the first, which was the third, technically. Then I advanced it like, I don't know, I felt like I only advanced it like 20 yards. So I just took out 8 iron, way off the back now. Try to open the club face a bit, but didn't end up taking much off it. Ended up going long. Had a nice little putt downhill though. All right, uphill, medium length par 4. Coming up to the last few holes. It feels weird. We're on the front 9, but we're almost done. All right, super long end of the hole still. This is not very good, but I will comment quickly on the hands. Yeah, this finger is really quite sore, but it's not down here. This is where it used to be really bad for me before, so that's a good thing. It's more up here in this area. I feel like I'm gonna have some problems. The bigger problem I have is this hand is my mouse hand for a while, so hopefully it won't be too sore. But in terms of contact, it doesn't feel like it's worse now that I've adjusted a small amount. I feel like it's better off. So somebody said that, you know, with the fingers, less grip, you know, less pressure and stuff, I'll hit the ball higher too. And I guess I've seen that, and not really with the driver, but with some of the irons. And that chip or pitch, whatever you want to call it, hit the ground first, so I didn't quite get it where I wanted to, but good putt up the hill. I'll tell you, the short putt though, kind of like hit the ground first. Just don't really know what's going on with that, but managed to get away with bogey. Oh, that was terrible. Super hooked it. I don't know what's going on, man. It's the inconsistencies of the swing are really starting to get on my nerves. But we have to play from the other fairway. Hopefully there's no group coming up there. Okay, luckily nobody behind us yet. But yeah, so we have, I have no idea actually. I guess I'm just gonna hit an 8. I mean, it might be long. I'm not actually sure how long we have here. I'm trying to look for markers. I guess, yeah, we hit it shorter than we did the other day. And that day we hit what, approach wedge? I really have no idea. Okay, so it was 9-iron I hit. Realistically, not bad, considering I had no idea where it landed, and I really couldn't even see the green from there. Well, it's back to being nice out. Strange weather here in northeast Pennsylvania. But anyway, we're back. 2 holes left. Been battling the hook thing again today. I'm not really sure. It's hard to know. Hand is starting to get a bit sore now. Don't really feel like the situation moving the grip really changed anything, just kind of changed where it's sore. So we just need to make good contact this hole. Really need a par. I can't believe how many close chances we've had, and putting's just kind of letting me down. Pulled is the word. Didn't really draw at all, just kind of went dead left. And we know we're having some trouble finding balls over there, so hopefully we can find it. All right, I found it. Took some digging. Hopefully that's not going to continue much longer. I mean, it's almost May. I don't know how long it's going to be like that, where it takes like 5 minutes just to find it. It's like so wet there, like the ground's like actually moving. It's like a waterbed. Well, the chip was better than I guess I expected it to be. I forgot that last time I did that same shot, I agreed that I just use like a higher club and kind of bump it in there. And I was like, let's just see what happens. Okay, so our last hole is the hole that I commonly consider the hardest one out here for me. Extremely long par 4. Well, not extremely long, but it's very long for this course. And it is all uphill with a side hill slant pretty much in the first third of the hole. So I have a lot of trouble making good contact on these side hills, especially when the ball is above my feet like it would be. And I often waste a whole shot. So we just need this to not blow up our card. We had a pretty good round here. It's certainly not excellent, but it's been bogey and only 2 doubles on this 9 the whole way. So all we need is no triples. That's our goal here. Okay, very good. Successful first shot. Very conservative approach with the hybrid, especially on such a long hole. But I'm basically at this point playing this. If we get, we're pretty much not going to do anything better than bogey here. There's just no way I'll reach it. The drive would have to be absolutely perfect, and the second shot would have to be struck very pure. Very hard hole, let's put it that way. So, but yeah, dead center of the fairway, hopefully on our way. So yeah, there's the line. We try to come just short of the tree, and we managed to do it. Hit it a little higher than I wanted, but I don't think we lost much yardage. And we have 250 to the flag still. I can just not stay in posture for these side hill lies, man. I don't know what it is, but I always end up topping the ball there. That has been that same shot every single time I've had it. I really don't know when the last time I made pure contact was. We gotta make not triple here. That's our goal. We can still do it. Still just outside my range. I guess it was probably about 220 something, I don't know. But we're still short. We'll be able to see where the flag is once we get up there, though. Hopefully we can get a good pitch. All right, 3 really big shots coming up here. So we have pretty good front pin placement. That's pretty generous. makes it a lot easier. All we have to do is kind of land it short. Last time we played almost the same shot. I think we had much further out though, and we ended up in here, and this was actually right on this downslope, and then it landed right about here and got caught, just kind of like that, like my foot got caught, and it didn't go anywhere. So ideally, even if we were kind of to the back a bit more, that'd be better. It actually probably, that's going to be more likely to miss because we don't really have a lot of green to work with, and again, we're kind of on a slope. Okay, the worst case scenario would have been leaving it short, but this is not good. We have a long first putt in, and you know how we've been struggling with the putter. If I could ever score that hole, we'd be making some really nice progress, but failing to save the triple yet again. 3 putts. Terrible, honestly. We got to find a solution to this. I don't know. Anyway, we had an interesting round. Some really good holes. Played so much better than last time, so that's really good. In terms of the grip situation, I don't know. We'll see how my hand feels tomorrow. I don't feel like it changed anything much, honestly. Just kind of redirected the pain to a different part of my hand, which isn't a problem, but we'll see how it feels tomorrow, because that's always the issue. But did I make better contact with it? Maybe. It's possible, for sure, but I'm unsure about that. So thanks again. We'll be again just adding it up, putting the card in the spreadsheet, which will be in the description. Make sure you check it out if you're interested in seeing what I shot. But yeah, certainly got to be a lot better than last week, at least.